Okay, so then it looks like here we have to mount this guy. And from what the instructions say, because the pictures are a little fucky. I guess something like that, yeah. So then you want this here. I guess this will slide inside these little mounts. I guess with the holes, I guess. Something like that. And I guess you have to adjust that. I don't know if it really matters. Well, in the picture it shows to bring it all the way out. So I guess that's what we'll do. What size bolt do those sons of bitches take? And there's not very big guys. Does it even show what kind of nuts to use? Yes, it does. You just want to use. So we don't want to use any of those. So I'm guessing we're still going to be needing these. I went to open this bag, and it had a little explosion. So that's just freaking dandy. Come on. Not enough room here. Let's see, I'm going to have to bring you guys back a little bit. Something like that. So what you want to do is open. It comes in the bag where the tape is in, and the zip ties. Grab a couple of these butterfly nuts, okay, and then find a couple of these small bolts right here. They got the little square part on the head there. Grab a couple of those, and then pull this up a little bit, and then find your hole. Find your hole. Do something like this. I know you guys ain't exactly on the center here to see what I'm doing, but tight working quarters. So, and then just for now, just get one in there. Get a nut on there. Come on, you little sucker. But yeah. Come on. Why so stinking difficult? And then just kind of snug it up for a little bit for right now. Not just so you don't have to deal with it later. Okay, like good enough right there. Grab another one. Do the same thing on the back side here. And what do you know? That doesn't line up worth a crap. Well, kinda. Now, when you buy cheap stuff, it's never going to be perfect. You're going to have to, unfortunately, get a little rough with it. There. I mean, you don't want stuff extremely tight right now anyway. You want some stuff loose. If you find something too tight, just loosen it, and it should help. Now I'm going to put this on. Okay. See, I can't really expand that all the way because I think this guy's too tight now. So we'll bend it. And then how freaking high this is supposed to go, I don't know. Let's see here. There. This one went up to its full height. So we'll lock this one down. There, and then same with this guy. Nice and just so we are getting. That's what it probably, I guess, should look like. Right there. Okay. And then just double check everything to make sure it's all, perfect. Okay, go to your sheet of what the hell to do. Okay. Now, I don't know if we're supposed to add something else. It looks like we're supposed to. The next thing we have to add, we're going to have to flip the antenna over, apparently. So we're basically done on this side, I guess. It's a little sketchy, but... And then we got to go back into our bag of parts. I'm supposed to have 2 of these little guys right here, but I seem to be missing one. Now, I bet you $10 it probably is on the floor somewhere, because like I said, I did have a nice lovely explosion of parts going everywhere. I don't see nothing shiny on the floor. It is. Whatever that noise was. So we do need this, I believe, though. But what the hell ever happened to the other part that we need? A nut. Huh. Well, for crying out loud. I'm already... Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, I found it. Come on. You guys really ain't seeing nothing because there's really no good place to put you guys. So apparently, you flip it over, and then you mount... Something else is supposed to mount to that. Not really sure if we even have to mount that. Something does mount to that though, but the question is what mounts to that? Yeah. Instructions just don't really explain a whole hell of a lot. I imagine it's probably just... Yeah, because I'm going off of just the pictures, and the pictures are what's telling me what to do. Because reading is hurting my eyes. So, I guess you need... 2 more bolts, 2 more nuts. Okay, and then you need these 2 plates, like I showed you earlier. So we'll get one started, I guess. These are do one at a time. And I guess that goes in the middle because there's only one hole left. Yeah. Alright, it's supposed to be right in the center. That's the center. So we'll flip this guy around. And it's got little marks on there. You see that little mark there or whatever. That goes in. That doesn't make no sense. Yeah, no, there's go with the. That doesn't make no sense. Come on now, seriously. Okay, yeah, the opposite way. A bit tricky, I see. I was going to put this end to the pipe, but you don't. It has to go this way. That's a little tricky. You really got to know what the hell you're doing here. Alright, and then we need the other guy. So we'll stab that guy on. That makes all sense now, don't it? Okay, and there should be one nut or one bolt left for that guy. So we'll snug this guy up. There we go. I'm just going to cut you guys off because I see that I'm running out of time on my stinking phone. So maybe I'll make like a 2-part or something because I need all the room I can get. So, but it's coming along. So yeah, I guess I'll see what I can do here, guys, and then I'll get back to you. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, we're done. There was some parts that I didn't know what they went to, so I guess they must have went to the tripod or the little mount that come with it. So anyways, here's the antenna put together. It's just a, I guess like what they call a single bay, I guess, or something. But anyways, the 200-mile range that the guy was saying on eBay is false. The range on this antenna, on this one anyway, from what the instructions say, was only about 140 miles, which is still not bad. Right here, let's see, right there, receiving distance is 140 miles. So, false advertising. I don't know where the hell they get the 200-mile range thing from, but 140 is still decent. I could still make it down to the cities if I was able to. The cities are only about an hour away, which is about 76 miles. And then up there in Canada, there's a tower up there. I'm not sure how far away that is, but I don't think it's much more than what it is going to the cities. But anyways, this is just a cheapy antenna. I don't really see this lasting too long. Yeah. So what we're looking at right now is the front. I guess this is the side that actually will pick up the signal and transfer it throughout, the TVs or whatever. I guess this would just be the reflector. I guess the help catch it or something. I don't really know. They put these extra ones on here, which is that cheap thing I was talking about. Whatever, they do bend really easy because they're thin. So if you were to install this antenna on top of the roof, I probably would not put these on yet. But there is that black cable coming off it, and yes, well no, it comes off of this thing here in the front, this little box, and gets put on the back. I'll flip it around so you can see it and everything. But yeah. So this is where you put your cable in, but I'm going to put a cable in here. That'll be the DirecTV's cable that's there, and then that'll run down to the basement, and then from the basement, so between the basement wire and then that three-way splitter, that's where I'm going to put the amplifier or the booster, or whatever you call it. It's not going to be out here because I think it's not waterproof anyway, I don't think. But your cable would get screwed into there. Your mount. So this is really tricky because you got to watch those extra antennas. Things that stick out. Alright. Let's see if we can get it to stay there. And then that black cable that come off that black thing there goes into here. Okay, this is that little cheap part of the antenna I was really talking about. Holy shit, slow down, Turbo. He's driving like a maniac. Huh, I guess over there, I guess. But yeah. So, and then you have, it comes with this little piece of pipe right here. That you can slide your mount out. Now, the one thing I forgot to do is I forgot to slide the mount out. It'll slide. So, yeah, and you can also adjust it. Here's the adjustment. So you can, I guess, angle the antenna like this or like that. So I guess depending on if you're trying to go out further, you'd probably want to angle it up, I would think. But for me, I just set it straight. But I do have to loosen this and slide it out some. But this is your clamp right here. This is what mounts to your tripod or whatever, your pipe. And that looks plenty long. So I think this would fit to a DirecTV dish mount. I have the older style. The newer styles are a lot smaller now, apparently. So, yeah, and there's those little cheap things. but I'm a little confused on how this thing really actually receives, but because you would think with the rabbit, I guess the way I was thinking is that the rabbit ears, well, I call them rabbit ears, but these extra pieces here would have to be in the front to help reflect, but I guess they're not doing that. It's just, well, I guess it is helping to reflect a little bit. I don't know. It's just, because this is the way it's supposed to be when it's mounted. So if you're trying to receive a tower, this would have to point. This here is the front of it, and that's what you would point towards your tower. Now, I don't have a rotor. This did not come with a rotor. I did not get over a rotor because I'm not doing I'm not doing a permanent setup anyway. So if I really wanted to max out this antenna, if I really wanted to see if I could really get the 140 mile range, I would not be using the dish pipe because it's not tall enough. And I'll show you where I'm going to mount it. Right there. Right there. I'm taking that dish off, and that's where I'm going to mount it. Now, if I had a tripod like that, but maybe a 5-foot or a 10-foot with that kind of size of pipe, I don't know. I think that's probably maybe a 10 or a 15-foot pipe. But you see, you're going to be like, well, let's just go mount it to that. Well, I could, but the thing is, my CB antenna is mounted to that, and then you'd have to run more cabling, which I guess you could do anyway, because they gave you like 30 feet of extra wire, so you really could just tee it in, and then just run it along top of the roof. But then to get it up that high, you would have to you'd have to take that down. And every time you wanted to adjust it, again, you would have to loosen it. It's really hard this way. So what I would do is, if I was to really truly go nuts on this and want to get out as far as I could, like I said, I would probably get 5 or 10-foot tripod with a 20 or 30-foot pipe, mount the antenna put the antenna as high as I could on the pipe with the rotor, and then just put a rotor on it, and then just rotate the antenna. If I wanted to get down, the cities are to the south. There's a tower to the north, and it's up in Canada. And then the tower that we get is over on the North Dakota side to the west, and it's just a few miles away. That's why even with my redneck antenna, I was able to receive those channels, but it was hard though, because it's not an ideal thing, right? So this is more of an ideal thing. So this probably should have no problem receiving. But even, like I said, to get the mileage you want to get out of it, it's going to be a little hard. So you have to be pretty high up. And I still have an extra tie left, but the extra tie will be for, I guess, when I route my other cable into this. So, but there it is. That's the antenna all put together. Should receive what I needed to. It should pick up what I want it to pick up. If not, then it's going to get a bad review. But unfortunately, I'm not going to get to test it until spring, until I get a decent sized ladder here to get up on top of that roof. So, but that's how big it is. If you can compare it there, that's how big it is. And yeah, it should receive fine. I think just for what I want to pick up. If I want to pick up more or further out, I'm definitely going to have to get a bigger tripod, and and that's going to cost money. So this is just an experiment too, just to see if, like they say, if you can use DirecTV's old wiring and stuff. I probably do plan on unhooking the living room and my mom's room from the splitter, so that I'm not sending the TV signal with the booster and everything going to all 3 rooms. because this is just going to be strictly for my room, you know, just as a test. And if you disconnect, you know, less cable you got hooked to it, the better it'll do. So, but just for now, it's just going to be my room that's hooked to the splitter, and then of course then the antenna. So, but yeah, that's what she looks like. I just hope she'll perform to my liking. And yeah, but there you are. So, but yeah, so we'll install this thing, I guess, probably in spring, maybe. So once I get a ladder here, something a little bit bigger that can support my weight. I don't really want to bother my uncle, so yeah. But so that's pretty much it. I'm just going to, I guess, slide that mount out because I want it to be as far away as possible. So yeah. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's what's going on. That's what she looks like. That's the antenna that I bought. So yeah. But anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.